Hey guys, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft, and today's process video is for the May Challenge Yourself Challenge. And this is all about putting your best face forward. So how will you translate that theme for your layout for this challenge? Some of the inspiration you could do, I think ideally this was supposed to be like a, show off you wearing one of your face masks. So that's the route that I went. You could also show off your face mask collection or just interpret it in whatever way you want. Show, your best side, take a selfie of yourself with your good side showing, however you want to interpret it. There's a lot of great inspiration from the design team on the Challenge Yourself blog. So we definitely encourage you to follow the link below to check that out and get some inspiration from everybody else and see what everybody else did, and then enter your own take on the challenge right there on the Challenge Yourself blog. There's a cool prize up for grabs this month, as there always is, and this is such a great way to make sure that you're getting a photo of yourself on a layout. So many times we are behind the camera, but for these challenges you get to be in front of the camera, whether you like it or not, so that people can see who you are and find out a little bit more about you, and at least just see you and know that you were there at these events or wherever the photo was taken. So for mine is a selfie. I did a virtual turkey trot last year. I actually did mine the day before Thanksgiving just because that was more convenient, and since it was virtual you could do it whenever you wanted to. And it was one that I'd always wanted to do. It was sort of local. It's normally in person in the town where my in-laws live, but having to get up that early on Thanksgiving morning, drive all the way there, then drive all the way back home to get cleaned up, then go all the way back to my in-laws' house, it just seemed like a lot of driving, and so that always made me not do it. But this year, or last year I should say, 2020, when it was virtual, I said this is a perfect opportunity for me to actually do this because I can do it on my own time. So that's what I did. I actually had a colonoscopy the day before, and then the next day I did this 5K, and I can't remember my time. Usually I do a 5K around 45 minutes, 46 minutes. I speed walk, and when I do my journaling here at the end, you don't actually see it, but you will see it in the close-up. I do write down my time because I use the Map My Walk app. You could also do Map My Run. It doesn't really matter. It's still going to keep track of the time and your pace, but either one that you do is a great way to just track what you're doing, and it also helps keep track of how many miles you've gone. So especially if you're doing a 5K and you need to know when you get that 3.1 mark, that's a great way to keep track of that and know what's going on. So I use that one, and then it saves all of my runs or my walks. I don't run, I speed walk only. So I was able to quickly go back into that app and find that information. And of course, as always happens when I'm scrapbooking, I put some glue down on those little letters because they were very thin, and I dropped the letter on the photo. No big deal. It easily wiped clean. I just, wiped it with my finger. But if something like that ever happens to you on a layout, if you drop something and you get something sticky or something colorful where you don't want it to be, there's always a way to fix it. Nothing is ever a mistake. You can add some fun embellishments to kind of cover it up, or just make it work for you. Nothing is ever a mistake in scrapbooking. So basically the design of this is that I'm using up a bunch of leftover scrap pieces, basically, and I just was placing them behind my photo in sort of a layered design. I've got some paper strips and I've got some larger pieces of paper, and then I'm just bringing along the diagonal, just doing a little corner piece up at the top, and then working along the diagonal with my photo to create some embellishment clusters. And all of the products here are, Chamel, Simple Stories, American Crafts, I don't even know who else. I think that's pretty much it. The background paper is from a Recollections paper pad that I got at Michael's like 3 years ago, and I still have a couple pattern papers left. But and it kind of worked. It was like an orangey color, and then the scraps that I had pulled also had sort of an orangey feel to them. So I'm happy with how everything turned out, and then I was able to use up some of my scraps because you gotta make room for new stuff, right? You gotta get some of the old stuff out to make room for the new. So I'm just trying to figure out how to build up the embellishment clusters here. Oh, and there's some photo play there, some photo play with those little stars. So this title is actually going to be a very long title, which is not something that I do that often because I never have enough letters to do a really long title. But I figured it out for this one because I really wanted to do it this way. My daughter's been obsessed with the song "Rock You Like a Hurricane" because of the movie Trolls World Tour. And so I've had that in my head for many weeks. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be funny to take this photo of me doing a 5K and say, here I am, walk you like a hurricane? Because it's kind of clever. So that's what I decided to do. And I'm just doing a mixture of some American Crafts thickers in the sort of those are just black letters, and then I'm adding in the gold letters. I'm pretty sure the gold letters are American Crafts. I kind of inherited those from my mom, and they were not in their packaging anymore, but they seem like American Crafts foam thickers. So I'm mixing the black with the gold, and then I went deep into my alpha stash, and I found some fun alpha stickers, sort of like enamel alpha stickers, I guess. And I don't know who they were from, but the color scheme was just right. You'll see them in a second. The color scheme is just right to make the word hurricane. I had all the right letters for it too. So that was kind of fun to go through all my alphas and see what I have accrued over the years and what I haven't used and need to use. And then basically after that, I just have to figure out where to put my journaling. It's kind of funny. There's that gold fabulous die cut off to the side, and I had originally that was like one of the very first embellishments that I pulled to use with this photo. That was going to be like for sure on this layout, no doubts, no question about it. And you can see when I first started this layout, I had the fabulous right where the walk you like a hurricane was going to be. Then I took it away because I'm like, I need space for the title. And I keep trying to like find a way to use it. And it's so funny that was like what kind of informed all the other pieces that I pulled, like with the gold American Craft stickers and everything. And then it actually doesn't end up on this layout. If you are subscribed to this channel, you will have seen, I think last week, I did a scrapbook layout inspired by kids' arts and crafts using bubble wrap painting, and that's where the fabulous ends up going. So this is, I as well as that sticker from the Chamel sticker sheet. I thought they looked really cool together, kind of layered, and I was like, oh, that could be where my journaling goes for this. And I just wasn't loving it because it was kind of big and things were going to get cut off. But I just kept those two pieces together and I used them on another layout. So if you have stuff that you really like and you're like, oh, I can't use it on this layout, but I would like to use it for something, just keep it out on your desk. I have little baskets on my desk. I would show it to you, but it's a mess. But I have little baskets where I just kind of keep loose embellishments, and so that way they're within easy reach, so that the next time I sit down to create, I can say, oh, I had pulled this before. Maybe I could use it on this layout. And now I'm just adding some Vicky Bouton flower stickers because I want to build up some of those smaller embellishment clusters that I had and just add a little bit more color and pop. Those Vicky Bouton stickers are so bright and pretty, and they're just the right colors for this layout. I just thought that I just needed a little bit something more in that upper left-hand corner of the photo. And again, I love all these Vicky Bouton stickers, but I'm just not feeling it for the journaling. So I end up pulling something from one of my little baskets, a Cocoa Vanilla Studio, actually Christmas journaling spot, and then adding a Pink Fresh Studio right there. It says Win in yellow, which kind of goes with the color scheme. And that's where I'm going to put my journaling. And I don't actually journal on camera, but like I said before, in the close-ups, you'll be able to see what the journaling is and how long it took me to do this 5K. And that's pretty much it. The close-ups are going to follow. Once again, follow the link in the description box below to go to the Challenge Yourself blog and show us what you can do with this Put Your Best Face Forward theme for this month. And make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so that you don't miss out on other scrapbook process videos. And also let me know in the comments below if you guys do 5Ks or what your favorite type of exercise is. I'm kind of obsessed with them, and I do walk at home programs through YouTube. I have a whole blog post about free ways that you can work out at home, so I'll try to link that below as well. Just so that you can, when you're not scrapbooking, you can like do something physical, because scrapbooking works our arms and hands, but not so much the rest of our body. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Happy scrapping.